Are you hearing the buzz about influencer marketing and know you want to jump in but aren't quite sure what an influencer marketing campaign should look like? You're in the right place, my friends, because today I'm going to share with you how to create a successful influencer marketing campaign. And I really think that this is one of the trends that is up and coming and is going to be around for a while. I think this is a great place to jump in. I think it works for almost every business, so I'm excited that you're here today. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you can get notified every time we release new content. I'm Amy Walker, Client Acquisition Specialist, and my job is to help you find the simplest path to consistently finding your dream clients. And influencer marketing is a great way to expand your client base. So we're going to start off this video by giving you a definition of influencer marketing. Then we're going to kind of break into the different levels of influencers so that you know the right ones to find for your business. And then we're going to map out how to build the campaign and what that actually looks like. So if you stay until the end, you're going to have all that great information. Before we jump in though, I'd love to ask a question for you. Have you used influencer marketing in the past? If so, just let me know yes or no in the comments down below. So influencer marketing is quite simply where you reach out to an influencer and you ask the influencer to promote for you and you compensate them in some way. That's the gist of it. There are a lot of different subtext within that. So for example, if you're working with a really big influencer, you're probably paying them a lot of money. If you're working with a small micro influencer, you may just be paying them in free product or perks. If you're doing what's called joint ventures, which has been the number one thing I've done with influencer marketing, then a lot of times it's just that you're collaborating, two influencers coming to collaborate together and you both benefit because you both have increased exposure. So there's a lot of different ways that you can set this up, but here's the great thing. Big brands are doing this and small brands are doing this. So this is a very accessible way to market your products or services. The other great thing about it is you can scale up and you can start with smaller influencers if you have a real small budget, and then you can grow up to bigger influencers as your budget increases. So this is very accessible for pretty much anybody who is willing to set it up and do a good job with your strategy, which I love. So first we have the mega influencers. These are the celebrity brands. They have millions of subscribers and fans and followers. They are somebody that is really well known. This is like the Kylie Jenners of the world. It is a celebrity brand. For most of my small business owner followers, you probably don't have the budget for that because they get paid big bucks whenever they do any type of a promotion. They're definitely not someone that you could reach out to and say, hey, could I give you some products? And then you would promote my products. So, let's move on down the list to the next group. So the next group is the macro influencer. So this is also somebody that has millions of subscribers. They're a very big brand, but they're usually not a celebrity. They're usually somebody who started out as a blogger or a vlogger or a YouTuber, an Instagrammer, and they built through organic content and through just doing a great job of creating community, they built a really large audience. So this type of influencer oftentimes is also going to be pretty pricey. I mean, not as expensive as like getting Kylie Jenner to endorse whatever you do, but definitely it's going to be a significant investment in order to get them to do any kind of promotions for you. The micro influencers are a group that you definitely would want to take notice of. So this is an influencer who has somewhere between 1,000 to 10,000 followers, and they tend to have more of a loyal follower base. These are the people that are a bit more affordable in terms of how much it costs to have them promote for you. They may be willing to promote because you give them free product, or they may be willing to promote off of an affiliate commission. So I had someone reach out to me recently and say, hey, we'd love to bring you onto our platform. And they were not asking for me to pay for it. They were not offering to pay me. What they were saying is, we'd love for you to come and bring your training onto our platform. And then anybody who buys your stuff will pay you a percentage of that. So that is, them reaching out to me as a content creator and they being influencers saying we want to get affiliate relationships. It can also go the other way though. So I could reach out to other influencers and say, hey, I'd love for us to do a training together, and then you can promote me on your webinar and I'll give you a percentage of everything that I sell that night. And so you can work on it both ways. The great thing about the micro influencers is that they are really great at driving results. Because they have a smaller, more tight-knit group, their people take action, so they're more engaged as an audience. So the other group of influencers that you might be wanting to consider are advocates. So advocates are brand advocates. They're not somebody who's necessarily on your team or on your sales team, but if you have an influencer that you've had a great relationship with, you can promote them to becoming a brand advocate, which means that they would get more attention from you, they would get more perks from you, and you would have a more close, tight-knit relationship with these brand advocates. The next influencer that you want to pay attention to doesn't have to have any social media following at all. It's a customer who likes to refer people to you. So this can be anybody in your organization, any one of your clients, any one of your customers that just refers people to you, but you want to turn them into a little bit more of a repeat referrer. The most important type of influencer that you have in your business is the brand fan. So this is somebody who they love what you do. They are completely loyal. It doesn't matter what size of audience they have, they're always going to be loyal to you and send people your way. So as we focus in on influencers and talk about this influencer strategy, I'm not focusing on the macro brands and the mega brands. I'm going to be starting with the micro brands and talking about how we can take them, reach out to them, and then work on building more advocates, work on building more referrals, and work on building more of those brand fans. So we're going to focus in on the last four. The first thing that we're going to look at is getting clear on what are we actually asking for from them. I have had people reach out to me and say, hey, I'd love to come up with some sort of a collaboration, or we could maybe work together somehow, and they don't really have a clear ask. I don't know what they're asking for. They don't know what they're asking for. And it's such a waste of a reach out, because in my mind, it's a waste of time and it's not going anywhere. Whereas had they come to me with a clear ask, that might have been something that I would be more open to considering. The second thing I want you to consider is how are you going to compensate them? So there needs to be compensation involved. Now, I have different size of followings on different platforms. My biggest following is on LinkedIn, but I have followings. I fit into that micro influencer across all categories. And I've had people reach out to me for collaborations in different places. I've had them reach out because they want a collaboration for my email list, which actually that is the biggest. My email list is the biggest. And then I've had people reach out for YouTube. I've had people reach out for Instagram. Nobody really reaches out for any type of influencer marketing through LinkedIn, but I do sometimes get requests to be on like podcasts and things like that. So depending on the platform, they kind of offer different things. But I will tell you this, these micro influencers don't get reach outs all the time. And so when they do, they pay attention. Every time someone reaches out to me about something, I consider it because I'm not getting bombarded with requests to be an influencer and promote other people's brands. Every single one I see. That's kind of the great thing about that sweet spot of the micro influencers is they're not so big that they're like, I get this stuff all the time. The other thing I really want you to keep in mind is that now I'm a little bit different in this because my main way that I earn money and the reason why I am pursuing being an influencer at all is because it gets me clients for my business. So I'm not real like starstruck over offers, but there are a lot of micro influencers out there that they don't have a back end to their business model. So the only way that they make money is through these types of collaborations and promotions. And that is how they make their money and earn their income. And they want more of those. So I never want you to feel bad about reaching out to an influencer. I want you to reach out to them and know that that's what they want. They are looking for the right influencer offers and the right brand agreements and alignments in order to really promote their business. There are companies that have done this incredibly well that never paid their influencers, but they would do things like take them on trips and introduce them to other influencers and give them free products and use them in their marketing campaigns. And they never pay them anything, but they've built their business like massively off of influencers. One that's coming to mind is Diva Curl. They're a hair care product. They are, a lot of their influencers have dropped them this year because they've had problems with their products. But in their heyday, that was one of their primary marketing strategies, was find these really pretty Instagrammers that have curly hair and YouTubers that have curly hair and make them one of their brand ambassadors. They didn't pay them, but they sent them on trips. They gave them status. They, created a special relationship, gave them free products. And I'm telling you, they had some loyal influencers back in their heyday. So it works. We just have to find the right ones for you. The third thing that you'll do after you've figured out what you're actually asking for and how you're going to compensate is, who is your ideal influencers that you would want to partner with? So I encourage you to make a list of 50 people. It's really important that their audience match who you want. This is where people get it wrong sometimes when they reach out to me. So I have been asked for my YouTube channel to do videos promoting menstrual cups, period panties. I've been reached out to promote like combat boots, and I'm looking at it going, have you seen my channel? Do you know what we talk about? We don't talk about that. I've also been reached out to by software programs, and those capture my attention a whole lot more because they're more relevant to my audience. My audience, even though I am a woman and I did own combat boots in the 90s, I had some Doc Martens. But like, that's not my audience. My audience wants business. And so it makes sense that they would have an offer that would be relevant for my audience. And if they don't, then it does not make sense to work together. So do your homework. Don't just reach out to anybody. Reach out to somebody that they have the right audience who would be excited about your product. The next thing I'm going to recommend is that you actually get software that will support an affiliate program. It can become a tracking nightmare, and the worst thing that you can do is have an affiliate do the promotions for you and their people sign up and you don't pay them, because you will damage that relationship. And remember, we're trying to move people from just being a one-time to being a brand advocate and to becoming a consistent referral partner and then into moving into a brand fan. So we want a long-term relationship. That means it can't be messy. It can't be, you can't be unprofessional to work with. So a big part of that is having a platform that is going to support your affiliate center. Now, I use Infusionsoft. I've mentioned that on my channel before. And inside of Infusionsoft, we have an affiliate center. So that is how I do it. But there are a lot of programs out there where you can run an affiliate program. But the affiliate program basically allows everyone to have unique links that tracks the sales that come in through them. So that way you know who the sales are coming from and you know who to compensate. The next thing we are going to do is create swipe copy. So swipe copy is everything that you give them to make promoting for you easy. This is the social media posts that you want them to post. These are the graphics that you want them to share. These are the email marketing copy. It's everything that they need in order to be able to successfully promote. You want to give it to them. It does not mean that they won't take it and customize it and put their own unique stamp on it or create their own content. But you want to have all of the resources that they need in order to create that content. For example, if you want a YouTuber to make a video for you, do they have your logo that they can use in their video? Like, what are they allowed to use? What do you not want them to use? Is there anything that you, don't want them, like any false claims you don't want them to make? You need to have all of that prepared in advance so that the minute they say yes, you're ready to go. Think about reaching out to an influencer and getting like this great, exciting, yeah, let's do it. And then you're like, okay, cool. Give me a couple months to get my ducks in a row. That's not going to make you look professional. And so you want to be able to really jump in and get going as soon as you get the yes. Next step is maybe the most important step, and this is writing a really great reach out script. So your reach out script is going to make or break whether or not they say yes. You can have a great commission structure, and if your affiliate script is lame, it's not going to work. The rule of thumb with your reach out script is it needs to be short, it needs to be succinct, it needs to have a clear ask. And if it is short, succinct, to the point for why you guys are a good fit, and it has a clear ask, it should work pretty well for you. But a good reach out script goes a long way. So my next tip for you is to reach out in groups of 10. And the reason why is if your reach out script is bad, you don't want to send it to all 50 before you're like, oh gosh, no one's responding. Send it out to 10, see what responses come in, then send it out to another 10, see what responses come in. That way you can tweak and improve as you go and as you get feedback from other people. The next thing you want to do to be great at working with your affiliates is support and communicate. Over communicate, not under. We really have built our business off of influencer marketing, doing joint venture relationships and joint venture trainings and having people on our platform. I mean, that's really where the majority of our business growth has come from. And one of the things that I see people make mistakes on often is they do all the work of getting the influencer and then they just don't communicate with the influencer. And the influencer has a lot of things going on. I know because I'm on the other end of this too. I got a lot of things going on. So when I need to promote your event, I need a reminder telling me. I have so many events that I'm a part of and promoting. I don't remember all of them. And so that communication is critical. Over communicate and be kind, be respectful, be grateful in all of your communication, but make sure you're reminding people like, hey, we're so excited. Your promotion starts this week. Here's the schedule. What questions can we answer for you? Just be a resource and be available for them while they're promoting. My last thing, pay on time and pay as expected. You are investing in relationships. If you have somebody who does a one-time deal and it goes great and they get that amazing paycheck, guess what happens? They want you to come back. And then when you come back again and you do something together again, then they want to become somebody who consistently refers people to you. And then they might want to move into that brand ambassador status. So the more that you are amazing at creating an awesome relationship, the better it is going to be for your long-term results with influencers. All right, I feel like we've gone over quite a bit of detail, but let's just kind of do a recap. First, we talked about what influencer marketing is. Then we went through the different types of influencers that you may want to have. Then we talked about how to run that campaign and how to get that set up. You can find influencers on any platform, absolutely any platform. The big thing is making sure that they have an audience that is going to be excited about what you offer and that you guys are a good fit that way. And then be a really great partner. Be honest, be a good communicator, pay on time, pay as expected. Don't come up with any like, oh, well, that's an exception because XYZ, because it leaves a bad taste in their mouth. And really, you're investing in the long-term relationship. All right, my friends, I hope that this was helpful for you. If you liked the video, leave me a like, let me know. If you are interested in joining our community, I invite you to come over to the Acquire Facebook group. It's a private Facebook group where you can ask questions and get connected with other entrepreneurs. And if you would like more help on your sales and marketing, I'd love to invite you to take our sales and marketing scorecard. It is an assessment that will tell you how you're doing in your sales and marketing. And based on your score, we send you a customized improvement plan so that you know exactly what you need to do to get your sales and marketing rolling. All right, friends, that is it. Go find some influencers. If you have a great service that would be of use and benefit to my clients, I'd be happy to talk, so reach out. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much and have a wonderful rest of your day.